quick fire. We need to do a few things.
Okay.
Where are we going to dinner?
I'm telling them to figure it out right now.
Okay. Every Thursday night we do a little family dinner after the pod.
I want to tell them I'm not a part of this. You figure it out.
Well, Anthony's doing that. I'll give us a quick intro. Welcome back. Oh, great. Dude, you must have zoomed my camera out because look, I came in today and it was like this and I totally forgot to go fix it.
I didn't touch it.
I didn't touch it at all. It's on God. Do you think someone else is in here? But why would
No, nobody else has the key.
Huh.
Maybe it was when we were
Ruffling stuff?
Could the light have fallen on it or something?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Anyway.
You want me to go mess with it?
Sure. Dude, AI stuff through the roof. I got so much going on right now. I have a bunch of exciting updates. Crazy stuff left and right.
Pop it on you. Shoot!
There you go.
This guy.
Zoom me in, Hami. This is the comparison. See the edge of the table on the edge of the
Go
TV?
back to it. I can't see it.
Keep going.
Compare it again. It's about good.
Yeah.
I nailed that.
Should you pop me in a little more?
You want to be in more?
Oh. Yeah, a little more.
Oh, that's
Just the zoom, I mean.
yeah.
Yeah, it's probably good.
Okay.
Let's look at yours. Yours is so polished. I just look dumb over here. my camera's too my camera's too good. It makes me look all rough. Anyway, hot start.
We need to buy 3 of the ones that I bought for my personal stuff.
All right, rapid fire story time. AI in the news. We bombed Iran. World War III. I let go of half of my team. I cut my staff in half. And I just went to the dentist yesterday and got my teeth drilled out and have a funny story. And we busted out some 10-year-old Jack Daniels because we're desperate.
Oh, it's disgusting. I haven't
time.
slept for a month and a half. Stories.
You took on. You were a combination of Jesus and Fergie. Or is it Fergie and
you
Jesus?
sound like an angel.
Listen to this. Yesterday, I went and got my teeth drilled for the first time.
And they were like, oh my God, you've gotten fat.
Yep, dude. Well, every time I go to the dentist, it's a big reality check because their chairs are made for normal people. So when I get in this chair and then the 2 arms on the side go like
you gotta pump it up and it's all
yeah, it's like ay. I'm making some changes. I got some stuff in the works. Got some stuff coming down the pipe.
We've been saying that since we started recording and not posting.
Got some stuff in the pipe. I went and got my teeth drilled for the first time. Had my first cavity in my entire life and got my first filling. Have you ever had one of those?
No, but actually I'm going 1 week from today to get some stuff drilled out.
Is it a filling?
Kind of. I have like these cracks on a couple of teeth that they have to like, I don't know what they're doing, actually. I don't even know.
Well, I'll tell you my story.
They're drilling,
I haven't had
drilling
that
and gluing.
in so long.
It's disgusting.
First cavity. I was actually 2 fillings. They saw 1 big cavity and 1 other potential one. So they're like, we'll just hog it out. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if it would hurt or anything. I've never done it.
Not bad, huh?
No, they numb you up. It sucks, but it's not painful or anything like that. Because I hate the dentist because I hate when they're picking on these bottom ones. Because those really feel really weak to me. So when they're going in there and they're cranking it with like a screwdriver, I always feel like they're going to bust my tooth out because it just bothers me a lot.
I just had
Also, my gums are super sensitive and I hate it.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're in there drilling stuff. And before we get started,
like it.
I asked the guy, I was like, I brought my AirPods in and I was like, hey, is it rude if I put my AirPods in? And he was like, you do whatever you want. And I was like, Doc, give it to me straight. Is this going to hurt? And he was like, what's that on your arm? And I was like, huh? And he was like, dude, you got
and then
all
he's
that.
all
He was like, dude, look at all that ink, big man. It's not going to hurt. He was like talking about the tattoos. And I was like, all right. But he was like, no, I don't care.
You asked him if it was going to hurt?
Yeah, I was like, is this going to hurt? And he's like, nah, you won't feel. It doesn't hurt. It's
That's
just gross
hilarious.
smelling your teeth burning because they're hitting him with a drill bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was like, no, put him in. I was all right. Well, I'm not going to listen to music. I'm listening to a podcast. So I was listening to Joe Rogan and Steve-O. And they were talking about the funniest stuff. And I had like...
Oh, she's here. I guess she doesn't want to come in. I'll go get it.
Okay. I had like 2x4s in my mouth. Hold on. Let me annotate what's going on. Anthony's wife just DoorDashed. She just brought some liquid booze for us to ingest. So she is at our studio dropping off some alcohol for a Thursday night podcast. Because you gotta live, man. Jack Daniels sucks. I hope she brought some beans and cheese with the drinks. We'll see. Anyway, my mouth feels all weird though. I think I'm just hyper aware of all the stuff that's like on my teeth now. I'm gonna out my wife, Morgan. I don't know if she'll ever listen to this. She went and got a bunch of feelings this week. You need to brush your teeth better. That's gross.
She's gonna walk in for a second.
Okay.
I told her not to.
Heck yeah. Well, I'll just angle the camera away. Don't get profiled.
What's she doing? All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, dude, that is a care package.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let me lock that door. We might have to cut all this out.
That's all right. I was dropping some good heat. People like when they listen to me. They say I hold the show up. Let's see what's in here. A black barrel. A Bush 21. Ay. Can you believe she just got all this at the Dollar Tree? A red breast. And a freaking meth. Dude, how did she find all of this at Dollar Tree? That's a good wife. Mine would say screw off.
She's pretty down, dude.
She is pretty down.
She always does nice things.
P.S. We're going to Metallica to see them in the Sphere in October. What the heck?
Damn it. That was my breaking news.
I'm so excited for that.
I want to talk about that whole thing
Okay.
and what it did to the family.
Okay, let's finish my dentist story.
Okay.
Listening to Steve-O and Rogan on my AirPods, and they put this big like stent in my mouth so it holds my jaw open, and I'm like this, getting work done. But the stuff they're talking about is so freaking funny that I started going, and then he was like, he tapped my shoulder and I pulled my AirPod out and he was like, "You all right? Does that hurt? Can you feel it?" And I was like, and then later, I had to pause the podcast because it was so funny. Dude, Steve-O's hilarious and his laugh is so funny. It's like Jake Justice but worse.
Yeah, the raspy.
It's so funny. So I was sitting there going, and then later I had to tell him, I was like, "Dude, I'm sorry. I was listening to a really funny pod."
You don't need that one, do you?
Bush? You just poured in the trash can?
Yeah.
All right.
What's the point of having your own office and your own podcast studio if you can't pour bullshit Jack Daniels into your own trash can? That
Very
honestly
nice.
felt better than drinking it.
Very nice.
Very nice.
My wife.
Which
that
one
was
do you
pretty
want?
good. Dude, I'll rip it with you. Did you wash out the
Really
Jack
good.
though?
Yeah, absolutely. I
go
put
like
water.
this?
I put
Look.
water in it.
Whoop.
Why does that seem yellow?
The Bush?
You? No, your water.
What?
Anyway,
That's gross. Anyway, the dentist was whatever. Then my mouth hurted, and I did some pitch calls, closed some sales
oh, I love that.
with a half
Immediately
crooked
feel
smile.
better.
My mouth was all busted out yesterday.
Don't take all of it either.
Okay. What time you want to go to dinner?
Well, we have to follow the rules. You came late.
Okay.
We still have to leave at 7.
Okay.
Fair?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
yeah.
what? You know what? Hold on. It could be a little later because I think
Well,
7:30 is.
we got to fight for that because
This
J-Bug
podcast
goes to
is gonna
sleep a
suck.
little bit.
Oh,
Oh, we'll suck. We'll be all right.
okay.
Metallica.
Yeah, Metallica. I have. First of all, I love seeing all the.
Segue, I just want to say that I think people are
Okay.
getting a lot of value out of this episode already. I do want to acknowledge that.
I don't have any value to give today. I was like ready to.
That's value in itself, dude.
I'm burnt, man.
Look,
this AI stuff, and then getting those Metallica tickets right away. I was like, I'm done.
Pretty cool.
That was stressful. Okay, I've never not gotten them, but I come prepared.
Yeah,
I'm obsessed.
You did.
I come prepared.
I came depressed.
Early. I mean, I had 4 screens up and my iPad with the seating map, 4 credit cards laid out, all my stuff auto-populated. I had multiple windows in the waiting room before it was on sale. All copy and pasted, ready to go. And I saw the seating chart. I had priorities 1, 2, and 3 ready to go. Got in. There was one error right out of the gate. Boom, next window. I was already in. Put my code in. Boom. And it was like, you still had to figure out, can you buy tickets without the travel package? But I didn't care. I was ready one way or the other. And as soon as I got in, not one seat was taken. As soon as I went to click, I was like, perfect spot. Clicked the first one. The rows started closing in up front. And I went to the next row, started clicking. Same thing, closing in. I couldn't get 4 in a row. And then I was like, you have to just sacrifice and go back to like the 15th row.
Yep.
Otherwise, you're not going to get 4 in a row. And I pulled it back. As I clicked 3, 4, brrr, they filled in. Next screen, boom. Then I had 15 minutes to figure it out.
Homie pulled back, went, bah! When you were clicking on your mouse, you're probably going like this.
Dude, I was
a little
ready.
bit of kickback. Did Brian and Jessica get tickets?
No. Brian seems
Monday?
kind of upset too.
They were buying them Monday morning.
What's funny about this whole thing and the family dynamic, and I hope y'all listen,
not,
so I'm going to put them all on
this
blast
isn't
now.
the joke part. They said they were going to get them Monday morning.
They didn't. They tried.
That's a bummer.
They're gone.
I think they sold out so fast because Monday morning, Metallica posted something saying like, wow, the demand was so crazy they opened up 6 more shows.
So that's how the residency works. They're smart. They were probably like, well, let's do 6 and see what happens.
Yeah, not over. Yeah.
And then get some feedback. And then they got the feedback.
Smart.
So it was stressful getting them. And I was so excited that I did. And I'm front section 100, I think. Yeah. Front and center, like 14 or 15th row back. Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Yeah. Ours aren't.
Perfect. I don't think there's going to be a bad spot.
No, I watched the video I watched the video you sent to about like every seat in it. And it's like, honestly, as long as I'm in the Sphere.
I was on the fence about wanting to be, there's like Snake Pit, which I've already done front row and been.
Yeah.
They're so big and the stage is so tall. Honestly, front row kind of sucks. It's not front row like you think in the movies anymore. Like when I first went in 2000, it was from here to the TV was James Hetfield in front of me the whole time.
That's crazy.
That was epic. But it's not really like that. The stage is like 6 feet tall and there's a guardrail where you're gapped out like pretty far. And then also in the one, you got to be prepared to stand the whole time because the general admission, Snake Pit, all that stuff, you still have to get there first to get a front row spot. So you're not even guaranteed that.
I know. What's crazy is you could pay all that money and be at the back of the pit, which is
and there's a guy 2 feet behind you with the same view and he's got a fucking seat.
And he's higher.
Yeah.
With freaking corn dogs.
So there's that. I don't need to be front row at anything anymore because now I've entered the old zone where I'm like, I'd rather have like a bartender nearby and be able to walk in and out and go to the bathroom. When you're front row, you're either holding it or peeing on the floor. One of the two.
Yeah.
And then it's the Sphere, and I'm like, if you're too close, you're also not going to enjoy the Sphere.
Yeah.
And the whole point of that place is the visuals are going to be insane. And as you saw when we saw them in SoFi, they have a pretty good visual game already. Can you imagine what they're going to do?
I can't wait for them. I wonder if they're going to walk out to
1,000,000%. They've never not.
And it's just the whole Sphere. Dude, that gives me just chills. And then right before that, they always play AC/DC. Remember when they're freaking, oi.
Yeah.
Oi.
Yep.
And then it transitioned in, and it was so cool.
Yeah, dude.
That was so
I'm so
cool.
excited to share
There's
that
a different
with
feeling for like, I don't know. I think there's this like frequency that you go into as a human where you value something or you know it's of value and you like experience things in a different way. And it's only for like mega concerts like this. It's not for all of them because I've gone to like country concerts where you're like, oh, this is a blast, but it's not the same where you're like...
Metallica's larger than life.
that's what I'm saying. Like you're viewing something you'll never ever forget. It's burned in, and it's like stuff like seeing Metallica, your wedding. You know what I'm saying? There's these few events where they're like,
it's one of
burned
those things
in where you're
you
like,
would say,
oh my God,
I wish I would have gone.
I'm witnessing greatness.
Yep.
Yeah. And when we went and saw them in SoFi, it was this feeling of like, dude. So I remember when we were up in the VIP booth, getting a couple drinks, and Five Finger Death Punch was on, or I don't remember if it was them or Pantera, but one of them was on and they were transitioning. It was going from like, no, I know what it was. Van Halen's son was playing. Mm-hmm. He was finishing, and then Pantera was going on next.
We got all fired up and had to run.
And there was like this quiet moment where the whole stadium was like,
we're like, move, Nate, dude.
Yeah. And then out of nowhere, it was like, we were like, oh my God, it's Pantera. And we had to, we ran. I mean, we could go as fast as we could, like across a stadium, which took forever, but it was this like foot race to get to the seat. Cause it was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it's just this magical feeling. Like you could feel it in your, like nothing matters. Nothing matters
joy.
In that moment. You're like,
Collective
oh my
joy.
God. Yeah. You're just in pure awe. And it's like,
and there's
so
something cool about being at an event like that, because everyone's there for the same reason. We're all into the same thing.
Yeah,
everybody's fired up in the
that's
exact
that
same
cool
way.
community. Like you're experiencing it with.
Yes.
You're all experiencing the same thing, and you go into this like hive mind where you're all connected.
Yep.
Getting the.
You can just look at people and be like, "You're having chills too."
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the best.
Yeah. It is so cool.
I love
dude.
it. I love it so much.
Concerts are great.
I'm excited, and Las Vegas Sphere is definitely unique. All of the other ones kind of have a shared. I mean, they're a kind of copy and paste, so to speak. I mean, the show is amazing, but
different venue.
Yeah, it's going to be wild, and we're going the very first time they play it, which is nuts. And I think
that's true. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Dang.
When you're however old, you'll be able to say that when Metallica's gone.
I saw Metallica on the Sphere.
I saw him first time played the Sphere.
Yeah.
What I also love about what they're doing is these two shows separated by a day. When I've seen Metallica probably like, I don't know, 15 times or something since 2000 until now. And most of the time when I went, I almost had, I was almost depressed the next day because I loved them so much for so long. When you see them, I'm kind of in this like shock and awe. And the next day I'm like, gosh, I know I loved it, but I don't even remember what they played because I'm like,
dude, it's too much.
I'm almost not listening to the music. I'm just in awe watching. Yeah. And you almost need to go through that and then like have a break. And I always thought like, man, the next time you see him, it's going to be a couple of years. And then I thought like, how cool would it be if you can go see him twice so you could get that out of your system and then the next time really pay attention. Well, now they're doing that. So at SoFi, the first night I had that. And the next day I woke up, I'm like, gosh, I don't even remember. I couldn't even tell you the set list. I know I was there and it was all feeling.
Yep.
And then the second day I'm like, you're here, you're listening, you're singing along. That's when I snuck up to the front row again.
Yeah. So I think those are those moments where you're like so in tune with whatever frequency you're on that it's like playing a sport or like in business or at an event like this or your wedding where your consciousness, I'm sure there's like a scientific explanation of this, but you're like, you have like two consciousness. You have like the one that's talking right now, and then I have another one in the back of my head that's actually doing all the thinking.
An observer.
Yeah, you have like two kind of things in your head. It's like you're just so in the moment that everything you black out and you're just all in and you're loving it. But that's like you can't remember your wedding. Dude, I have I have small recollections of the concert. It's very small. Like all I remember is that I loved it so much, but I can't tell you when this happened, what they played this. Like I'm terrible at that. You're just in flow state.
Joy of it. Yeah, you're in
flow
the now.
state.
I think it's the most present you could be, especially if you really, really like them. I think I think everybody gets some level of this, but I can say for me in particular, I have a really hard time ever being present because I'm just so busy brained and I'm always like, I need to do this. I want to do that. I want this to be better. There's just all these things nagging all the time. And when I've said before, the only time I can actually be present and like lose time is when I'm playing music or recording music by myself, or when I used to be in band. But that's the second, which is still in the same lane. It's music. I love it so much. What are you doing,
It's like
guy?
barely any.
Do you have seconds already?
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, but your pour was way heavier than mine.
Yeah, but it's my $500
All right.
bottle. I'm just kidding. You want more? Fine.
Here.
Oh,
I just gave myself a smidge.
let me see.
Oh, it's so fun. What are we doing?
Look at this. That's what it's like being married after you have a couple kids.
Also, hell yeah. That's funny. 10 years ago, you'd been like,
Yeah, I don't do that anymore.
Whiskey's
for sharing.
Morgan will probably be pregnant by then, so it's good that we got one of the higher up, a little more chill.
What do you mean higher up, a little more chill? The whiskey?
No, our seat. In the Sphere.
I don't know if you noticed, but the group of people at a Metallica show, like you have to remember, I'm 40. When I saw them in 2000, that was my very first concert I'd ever gone to.
Yeah.
I was 15. I was rushing and hurrying. I have to see them. I have to see them. Because I thought they were already old. I'm like, they're not going to be around much longer.
Yeah.
And I've got to see them. Because by the time I saw them, Load and Reload were already out.
Mm-hmm.
They had their whole, like, long hair. Then everybody's pissed because they cut their hair. All of that was already done.
Had their
and,
whole
and it was
story
the first
arc
time
already.
I finally got to see them. And then now... Okay, so when I was there were people that were 40 and 50 years old in the crowd.
Yeah.
Because they were like, no, we grew up with them. So I'm like the second or third generation following them.
Yeah.
Now there's already your generation, my
Yeah.
kids in between. Now the strangers thing generation. There's such this wide age group of people that are there. And there's some people that get a little crazy, and then there's people that are just there to chill. There's like full family. This will be the first time I'm like legitimately taking the whole family, and it's so cool for me. I've always wanted to take the kids to Metallica specifically, and now it's going to happen. It's insane. I love it. I'm so excited. That was the most excited I've ever been to give anyone a gift in my life.
Yeah. It's an epic dad moment for sure, dude.
So cool.
It's like, I don't know, man. It's like cutting down a Christmas tree with your kids times 47,000.
Yeah.
You know?
And
It's
she wanted
definitely-
to go. She's asked about it a million times.
Dude, her reaction was
I
priceless.
know. I should post that.
It was immediate, like...
It's so good.
The poster came out badass, too.
Yeah.
Came
it's
out
so
really
cool.
good.
It's on her wall.
Hell yeah. Is it just the poster? You should get a shadow box for it or something.
I will, but that's like OG. Just
just
pin on
throwing
the
up.
wall.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll do that
Yep.
after the show. We'll get some memorabilia, some
Yeah,
stuff,
because you guys
some
will probably
merch,
come back with like...
and then make an actual.
Because we got freaking... Well, I guess I don't know if it's the same because we were doing like...
That's
the
what I
whole
was
VIP
wondering.
experience.
Did we get? I swear I got the enhanced experience.
I don't know. I don't think...
What did you click on?
Literally just travel package.
Let me take a peek here.
I don't know.
I want to say. I don't know.
Either way, I'm freaking pumped. I'm also pumped to go back to Vegas. Dude, I'm gonna freaking...
I know I've been to Vegas.
I'm gonna
like a million times since then.
I'm gonna freaking drive a car off a building when we're out there.
Yeah.
Just really ready to have fun. Burn
I'm
it up,
excited.
homie.
It's gonna be so cool. She was looking at it. She's like, "That's so far out. I'll be like 11 and a half by then." And I'm like, "That's that." I told her, I'm like, "This is a part of the fun.
Yeah, you gotta
Waiting
sit and
for
wait.
it and knowing it's coming for so long. And that's so long when you're that
We booked
age.
ours. We booked ours in December or January, and then we went and saw them in August.
Yeah, it's same. About 6 months.
Yep.
So let's see. 2-show
Dude, it's
concert
gonna be a
hotel.
blast.
I don't know. I swear I thought I got some type of... It was fucking expensive. It had to be... I don't think I got regular stuff, dude. I mean, I don't even want to say it. It was so expensive.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But what's funny, let me see. Hotel, I don't know. Whatever. It said what it was. Accommodations. I don't want to give all this away, but I'll look into it later. I'm kind of worried about... I don't like that you buy it and then you don't see or hear shit for so long. You're
I
like,
know.
where are the tickets?
I know. I feel like every concert is an interesting buying experience. It's not very like buy it, get all your info, and it's secure. Like every live event you ever go to is like
A little different.
yeah, like whether it's a concert or you're going to a luau in Hawaii, you like spend all this money. And then that you get like no info. It's all just all over the place. And
they're like, congrats, you're going to Metallica. You're like, okay.
They're like, you need to download Twinkleberry and go on Slack and access Asana and Banana Berry. There's like a million different weird. And then you get to the event and there's like 50,000 different lines to get in. You like wait in line and the whole thing. And then you get to the front and they're like,
remember SoFi
you're in the
was so
wrong
brand
one.
new,
And you're like,
literally,
what?
They didn't even know where to tell us to go.
Yeah.
Like,
we were waiting at the gate like, we're going to miss it. And then we go to the VIP and it's like, oh no, you can casually stroll in and go get little pork freaking sliders.
That place was good too.
Yeah. Should we book Hawaii?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm feeling
pretty optimistic, but still down at the same time, which is pretty good.
Yeah. We should probably send a nice long text to everybody. Hey, we're going to Hawaii.
I'm done with that, dude. So I don't want to like name blast anybody, but you know what happened. I know what happened. Still haven't addressed it. But then Brian also, I'll name blast him because he's a big boy and he can handle it. So I asked him.
Did they just go to buy tickets and they were already sold out rapidly?
Well, first of all, everybody was like, oh, Metallica. I heard about it from everybody. I mean, obviously I would have heard about it. It would have been within hours.
Yeah, I think Jessica found it first.
And then shared it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you're an adult, you go, oh, I want to go. That means I'm going to go buy tickets. That does not mean wait for daddy to buy it for everybody and like coordinate it all or whatever they're all assuming. So there was the episode that you're aware of, but then like you have to do your own research about this stuff. So when I saw the post, I'm like, let me find out what's really going on. Because whenever concerts come to town, especially Metallica or somebody big, you have to look on their site. You can't do Instagram, Ticketmaster, or any of these other third parties to tell you when it goes on sale. You have to look. So I looked, and all of the dates and times they said were wrong. And I'm like, no, it's this day. And if you're a member of the Metallica Club or whatever, it's this day at this time for this thing. I knew it. I was ready for it. And everybody has the same Google and the same internet. Everybody can look. And then someone didn't, whatever. We know the one side of it. But then Brian, he's like, man, I thought it was on sale this day. And I'm like, no, dude, you look it up. It says this, whatever. Let me get to this part because it's funny. He goes, I asked him, I followed up. I'm like, okay, did you guys get the tickets? How did it go? Whatever. And he's like, no, it's sold out, blah, 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 blah. And then he sends me, I sent him a Instagram reel of somebody basically in their same boat that was like, no, I was there and it was this time and I had like 500,000 people in the queue ahead of me.
Yeah.
And he's like, yep, I wish I had, or I wish I was online when you and Tristan bought yours. Monday, Jessica said there was 22,000 in the queue when we got up, blah, 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 blah. Oh, wait, no, this is not it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I was like, you should still keep your room, though, because you never know.
Yeah.
Like, you could still buy. You don't know this for sure. Like, there's third parties, blah, blah, blah. He's like, yeah, I didn't dig into it that much. After we text last Wednesday, I assumed you were going to text me after you checked the details. So he blamed me. Bruh. He fucking blamed me after all that, dude. I'm like, what are we doing? We're all adults. I didn't buy them for you either.
Yeah,
I bought my own tickets and just said, I'm going to do it.
And
let's all go. That doesn't mean, like, how is that my fault?
And then I called you and was like, how do I do it? And you were like, I don't know. And I was like, you were trying, but you were like, I don't know. And I was like, oh, I guess I better. So I figured out my own. And then I was like, where are your seats? And you were like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah, just get there.
Because I'm just going to do it.
We'll all be in the same bubble.
Hey, you know what, though?
I was like, how is this my fault? You guys told me about it.
You know what, though?
Just because I was successful.
You know what, though?
I had to take half a day off. What?
Shit adds up, homie. Hold on, this freaking camera turned off.
Oh, man. I don't know. It's funny. I'm just excited. And then it's just kind of like, what? When people get bummed out about stuff, it's like, we all, hell yeah, dude. Let that double bubble drop.
I'm swamped right now.
Hot? It's hot. Let me turn this down to 40.
My booty's swamped. What if we turn this into
You think we're ever going to post any of these?
Yes.
When?
Today.
I don't
We
believe
wrap
you.
early and post them before we leave to dinner.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
What time are they saying?
Well, it's only
anything
6, and they
about,
said dinner at 7:30.
Am I picking a place in a neutral territory? Does that matter? It doesn't matter. Vegas.
Cool.
Oh yeah, and we're going to Golden Steer, dude. I'm so. You know what is another big. Wow. Another huge joy in my life is that
steak and potatoes.
Yes, but specifically that it is so difficult to get into the Golden Steer, and I can just get in whenever I feel like it.
I've never been. I'm really excited.
It's.
I think I'm gonna wear a suit.
You 100% have to, dude.
Well, like
when you roll up, what's so cool about it is people. You have to make a reservation like 6, 8, 9, 12 months out. Number one.
Shit adds up.
There's always this gigantic line of people. There's
really?
Always.
And you can just get out and walk right in?
Yes, dude. You pull right up to the front.
I love that.
And they just know.
Love that.
You don't even call it in. They just somehow know.
Are those people
You pull up
waiting?
and your door opens and there's like 2 giant-ass bouncers that pull double doors open for you. Like they already know who you are. Even though you're in like a random new Suburban or something.
Because you're like... Yeah,
I think they know the... You know, I always buy the expensive cars to take you.
Just like a normal taxi, they don't have
supposed
like
to
a
be
shuttle or something, right?
They have all that, but I don't do that. It's only if you when you're in Vegas, you spend money,
Just
right?
do whatever you want.
When you walk out into the valet,
I need a car to go.
You
Golden
look for
Steer.
a couple of really nice Escalades in a row that are black. You
Yeah.
just walk straight up to it and you get in, and then it's $100 wherever you want to go, and they don't fuck around because it's a set fee. The taxi guys will take you the long way to rack your shit up. Uber is a joke. You walk out, you get into one of the luxury SUVs, and you tell them where you're going, and you get there, and you give them $100. That's it.
I like
and it's
that.
immediate. And then they go, on the way back, just text me 15 minutes before you want to leave.
Oh, I love that.
Done.
Where were Morgan and I? We had a sick driver.
That feels so
Having
good.
a driver is really cool. Gosh, where were we? I was in Houston for a work thing, and I got flown out there by a couple of our clients, and they put us up in like Houston's. Do you remember I called you? I was by myself. They put us up in Houston's nicest hotel, and then gave me a driver that I could.
I remember you told me that.
Yeah, I almost felt too
That
free. I was
guy's
like, what do I
straight
do?
balling.
Super great person. Super kind. Just a great guy. Yeah, he's the home builder guy. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Time just keeps on flying by. I hear about stories like that, and I'm like, gosh, I'm pretty old. How come I don't have all that cash money? Duck it.
You don't OpenClaw enough. You're not.
I have been burning on both ends, and I. Agree.
You know what? You're not working hard enough.
Let's talk OpenClaw for a second because I'm excited about this, and it's semi hypothetical. So,
Okay.
I don't even know if I can list all the things I'm
We
doing.
just sat
with
up, homie.
But I know. Well, my back's getting pasty on the chair.
I did another big corporate call today, and right when I joined, they went, "Hey, big AI guy."
Really?
He went, "How's it going? Taking the world by storm." And I was like, I was like, I'm trying. I was like, what's he? And he was like, we're looking forward to seeing what you do. And I was like, all right.
Just give him that Sam Elliott.
Yeah, I was like, all right.
So it's powerful. It's amazing. There's issues.
Landeros.
I'm surprised at how far I've gotten, and I've figured it out. I'm pretty good at just figuring things out, I suppose.
Look, the world's changed, dude. It's all about. I'm full on board on what you're saying a few weeks ago.
I'm still trying to figure out why you just cut me off.
All about. It's all about who's got the ideas now. That's all it is. You need to look up this tool called Replit. I don't think there's any point, honestly, because we have OpenClaw, but it's basically just a vibe coding platform.
No, what I'm learning is that when you first mentioned it, and I saw it, and I saw what people are doing, a lot of the hype is horse shit.
Yeah.
It is amazing, and I think it literally can do anything. However, you need to know what it is and what the other things are.
Like an amazing orchestrator.
Yeah, so
that's why people online are getting so frustrated. They're like, "Where's the ROI? Where's the ROI? Doesn't do anything."
It comes. Yeah, you have to put in an immense amount of effort before you're ever going to see any ROI, and the ROI is going to be saved time. It's not going to be printing you money. Maybe it would. I don't know. For I think I'm going to get it to where it will make me money. But by not directly, it's going to make me money by extending me, making me put out 10 times the amount of work that I'm
100%.
capable of now. But not like it's going to go get the thing and sell the thing and then it's going to bring the money in. I don't think that's happening. But I think the big distinction that I just discovered recently was OpenClaw is not a thinking machine. OpenClaw is an executor.
Yeah.
It's a lever puller. You don't want to get rid of ChatGPT.
No.
You don't want to get rid of Grok. You don't want to get rid of those things because to put them together perfectly, you spend all of your time doing immensely long chats in ChatGPT, building context, working your ideas out, pressure testing them there, asking more questions. If this happens, then what? How would I solve this? What if this happens?
Yep.
Really dialing it in. And to save money in OpenClaw with all your tokens, you want to boil that down to the smallest task or prompt after you've figured it all out. Like if you say, I want you to build an automation for anytime I get an email with an invoice, I want you to determine who it is, what sub it is, what job it's for. Then you're going to put it in my Asana, in the proper finance section, in accounts payable. You're going to tag me to review it, like all these steps. You have to think about all that. And you're going to work all those ideas out in ChatGPT and say, how would I explain this to OpenClaw? I don't want to give it all this context because I'll burn up money. The money is being spent when you have a mile-long thought process with OpenClaw. You just say, here's the task. Here's the objectives. If this happens and you stall, stop and tell me what happened or whatever.
Yeah. I just started doing this last night. I've always been a ChatGPT guy, and now I've been using like Gemini more. And my OpenClaw runs on Anthropic. I've just been using Claude Sonnet, Claude Opus for everything. Just expensive.
Very
Claude
expensive.
Haiku. And yeah, you're 100% right. You can't be using it for all the thinking. So what I started doing last night, it's so funny, we always discover the same things, was I got a Claude subscription for just $20 a month so I could use Claude Opus because that's their like big dog expensive one.
And that's their version of ChatGPT. That's their LLM that you have long.
Well, Claude is, Opus is the model. So like a comparable thing would be how when you say I'm using ChatGPT, you'd be like, oh, but I'm using ChatGPT 5.2. Claude Opus is like their,
Got it.
But Opus is their big dog, really powerful one. And I was using Opus on OpenClaw to do a bunch of stuff, and it was crushing super powerful things. Like,
well, wait a minute.
So
you gave OpenClaw your Opus API key?
Even more simple, because OpenClaw runs on models, right? You know how you tell it like, use this model.
Yeah.
So what I would do is when I'm just doing normal work, I say use the Claude Sonnet model because that's like the really powerful, but like
let me rephrase it.
But yeah,
you buy tokens.
Yeah.
But you also have a subscription to use Opus
separately.
Right. Which one are you telling it to use?
It can't use a subscription.
That's
OpenClaw has to use it.
So you're still spending them. Okay.
Yeah.
That was my
so
question.
like the subscription was just so that I could go use it like how we use ChatGPT, just like a text thing, you know. Because my thought was I'm burning up so much money in token usage through an API key that I gave to OpenClaw to access Anthropic.
Yep.
Because I'm telling it to build super complex things. And I know that if I build it with like Sonnet or Haiku, they're smaller models, it'll end up spending the same amount of money but taking way longer because they're not quite as smart. Whereas if I just give it Opus through tokens, it'll do it, but it's like it's going to be a $50 a day.
Yeah.
Like you were saying.
Oh, I spent 224 hours. But
so now
I
what
also
I do,
figured out what to do.
Now what I do is I got a Claude subscription. So I can use Claude or ChatGPT. Both of them have, I don't have the $200 ChatGPT. Both of them are on the $20 a month pro subscription, ChatGPT and Claude. And I go to Claude Opus or GPT 5.4. That's their newest, most powerful one. I want to talk about that today too. And I ramble everything to that and tell it to give me the most powerful prompt to give OpenClaw. And what it does is, I can show you later. It ends up giving me a markdown file, those .md files that OpenClaw runs on, with like full context, instructions, guidelines, boundaries, everything. And I don't give that to OpenClaw now until I've gone through it and I'm like, that shit is legit. There's no way it's going to miss anything. Because then you're doing one input with maybe just one large output does all the work, and you're going to save so much more money. Like because what we were both doing and what I've been doing this whole time is like setting up, like teeing up all of my tasks through OpenClaw, then saying execute, then saying no, change this and this.
Yes.
And it's like,
you want to work all that out on one of your
you can, but dude, you're going to, I was
blowing
money and you're blowing money.
The way it's spent, so I hit a limit. I'm locked out of Anthropic until April 1st now.
Oh, that just means you got to increase your...
Nope. locked out. I already did that twice. I'm locked out.
Are you sure?
Positive. Yes, I'm locked out.
There's like 2 ways to increase your limits, though.
I've done both. You can tell me. But
Yeah, let's check it out later.
I'm
Because
locked
it happened
out.
to me. Because if it says the first of the month, it literally sent you a message saying you're blocked out April 1st, right?
It's Anthropic who blocked me out.
Yeah, that's what I got.
And I've
too.
already reset the gateway. I've already increased it.
Let's check it, because that happened to me
Okay.
when I was in February, and it told me you are now blocked till March 1st. I was like, what? And I was
Well,
able
that
to
already
fix
happened,
it.
and I already went through all that and fixed it. Now I got it again. But yes, let's check it, because if I can get back in, great.
Okay. Not to mention, dude, OpenAI is now working with the Department of War. Anthropic was. Do you hear about all that?
Ooh.
And they had that deadline we were talking about in the last podcast we didn't upload.
Yeah.
And they said no. So OpenAI stepped in. And overnight, I don't even know how this is possible. It's definitely, the metric isn't sales, but they lost like 290% of new downloads. Like OpenAI tanked overnight because all the anti-war people, I'm not saying I'm pro-war, but everybody's like mad at them for supporting.
Or it was just all the government subscriptions
What do you mean?
canceling.
No, it's people. Because a bunch of people
Well,
canceled their OpenAI and
you're
swapped
only
over.
gonna.
But it's like, dude, okay, at the end of the day, I'm not saying I want, let's get controversial. I'm not saying I want to go to war and all that. I don't want to do any of that. I don't want any of us to go to war or do any of that. If we are going to war, I sure as hell want to make sure we win and make sure we have anything powerful enough to defend us, but I don't want to go to
I
do
don't
any
think
of that.
a company like that would make that decision lightly.
OpenAI?
I would yes.
Oh, dude, no way. They're
I
probably in
think-
their own war room thinking this through
I
like
think that
crazy.
maybe they are probably thinking, we know what this is and is not capable of, and we know how it can hallucinate and go off the rails.
Yeah.
And giving the military this power is not going to go good for anybody, including us. That would be my assumption.
They already had Anthropic doing. Anthropic already worked with the Department of War, the Pentagon.
Yeah.
So it's like, and people are just like,
Yes, but the big post was about basically the government saying, you need to take the rev limiter off this thing. We need to go faster.
Yeah.
And they were like, if we do that, it's dangerous. And they go,
Yeah.
well, tough shit, do this or else. And they
Yeah.
probably said, okay, we'll take the else because this
Yeah.
is dangerous. I don't know. Also, I don't give a shit.
Sam Altman's
At
a
all.
lizard man too.
Yeah. I don't trust anyone or anything. I want to focus on me and my stuff. And if a
Yeah.
bomb lands here and kills us all, so be it. I'm not going to be worried about it in the meantime because there's not a damn thing you can do about it otherwise.
Yeah.
But back to the expenses, because what really matters is that it took $200 from me in one day.
Aye.
And I figured out why.
I'm low on juice.
The way that I would go into, well, this one's powerful. This one's like 120 proof or something. It's really good though. So when I got locked out, naturally, they're all really good.
Never had this one.
That one's good. That was straight from Ireland. I'm like, how did I burn that much money just today?
Conor McGregor White House.
And I'm trying to figure out exactly what task I gave. And then I realized two things. One, I was treating it like ChatGPT and working thoughts out and like workshopping stuff in there. And it's just reloading the full context of the message every single time you talk. Every time you hit enter on a on
it's
a
taking
comment,
all of the previous,
all of it.
all the previous
Yeah.
plus the new.
And the way
'Cause
they
if you-
charge it is it's
context,
exponential.
yeah, because if you watch your context utilization, it's not going like 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%, 25%. It's going like 5, 17, 48,
Yeah.
90, because it's just grabbing all the old stuff with
So I
it.
did the math
It's
with ChatGPT. I
rough.
pulled all the billing and all the usages from all the different tokens. And basically, to boil it down to layman's terms, when I started the chat, and this particular day, it was an $82 day. And when I say a day, this is like after work. This is like a 4-hour
It's
session.
like a 4-hour session.
At the beginning of the 4-hour session, it was about 1 penny per comment. By the end of it, it was $2 per comment. That's
You're
how
going
rapid.
back and forth.
Yeah. So I already made new governance rules for how to use all of this. And its job now. So one of the rules for in the .md files is it's your job to recognize when I'm bouncing around topic to topic to topic.
Yeah.
You are going to reduce the whole thing by 90% and store it in the drive that I gave you. And you are going to automatically start a new chat. I do not have to tell you to start a new chat. And it will reduce it by like 90%. I would have got the
Yeah.
same workflow done with 90% less. If it recognized, okay, now you just went from LinkedIn to estimating to this, to that, it can compress it down into AI terms and say, I'll store the context, and I'm not going to store it in my files. I'm going to store it in the drive that you're paying for, and I'll reference it later. And if you do a new task, I'm going to start a new conversation. We're back to 1 penny a comment, and it's going to recognize that and automatically do it. And then I heard about OpenRouter, and OpenRouter would have saved me from ever being shut down. If you have rules for don't stop on things that have a big return on investment. Do stop on things that you get stuck in a loop trying to figure out.
Fuck, dude.
Ouchie. That are low.
That hurt.
Low ROI.
Low on the
like
Tina.
it spent, what did I say, $60 in about 15 minutes trying to put a fucking banner on my LinkedIn profile.
People on
I was
TikTok-
just trying to see what it could do. And it kept looping, and it wouldn't answer me anymore. So now there's a rule where it's like, hey, even if you're mid-cycle, you have to listen. If I say abandon, you cut it off.
People on TikTok would be going psycho. They're like, what? It's not the world's most powerful tool and it only costs $0.10 a month? What? They get so upset when you're like, yeah, I'm fine with blowing $100 learning something. They're like, what?
You know what's funny is it's like human nature to test it out. You want to do cool stuff like build me an app. And it's like, yeah, but for what? What's the purpose of the app?
Yeah.
It's hard to go, what should I use it for to make my life better or to give me more output and productivity with my business?
Yeah.
Because that's not sexy. It's not fun to be like, can you please organize my inbox?
Dude, that's...
Because you're thinking that's not going to do anything for me. It is going to do something for you. So now I've only been thinking of, what are the pain points for me? Forget about, there's what takes the longest time, and then there's what do I just not like doing? What are my least favorite things to do?
Yeah.
Are they repeatable and can they be automated? And the answer is yes. And now I'm building this entire workflow and pipeline of just taking all of the things I don't like to do that are a time suck, that don't require human judgment or knowledge, like estimating. Like it takes so much time to just open a full set of plans and even come up with a general idea of what the scope of work is. And it took me like a week to download upload all of my thoughts into a custom GPT in ChatGPT so that I could just drag and drop plans. And in 60 seconds, it will do what takes me like a week to just, it's not doing anything other than saying, here are some red flags. Here are some holes. You should ask the architect about this. Here's what you should tell this sub-discipline and this sub-discipline. It just does a lot of that. And now I can copy and paste and fire that stuff off. It saves me like a week just doing that.
Yeah.
But now you get OpenClaw involved and you could say, can you use this for me? So now I'm going to go, can you capture my emails and can you determine what's a plan and what, if someone's requesting a bid or whatever? Yes, it can. So my long-term picture here for that is going to be OpenClaw through a ton of other connections and Zapier and all kinds of shit will be able to recognize I got an email from a new person who wants a bid, acknowledge via email, we got it, we're excited. Basically, a human's going to reach out to you and like by end of day.
Yep.
It will grab it. It'll put it in Drive and Dropbox. It'll also drag it into my custom GPTs. It'll pump out all the scope of work. It will email the architect the RFIs, which is request for information like, hey, your plan doesn't say blah, 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 blah. Can you clarify? Immediately, this is all like 2 minutes. It will then take it and make a request for bid from me to subcontractors. It will post it on the bidding platforms. It'll pick the right subs. It'll fire it off. It'll answer their questions when they have questions about it. It'll take the RFI answers from the architect, send them to all the people on the bidding platforms. It'll go into mode 3. Mode 3 is out of the 10 people per trade that sent bids, which ones are qualified? This one didn't submit this. This one had too many exclusions. This one was vague. It was one sheet that said $100,000. They're out. Here's your top 3 per trade. Here's 3 different variations of bids you could do if you mix and match the best people. Now it's the human time. Now I look at it. Now I go into the plan and go, okay, I'm going to spend 2 hours on this. I like this guy, this guy, this guy. What's my markup? What relationship do I have with them? Okay, 8%, 20%, whatever. Fire it off. It will be able to do all of this, which now means I can take on more work. And it will also find qualified people for me. It can take over LinkedIn. It can put a fucking banner at the top of your page for $60.
Dude.
But for the technical difficulties, what I was going to tell you is OpenRouter. So as I was figuring out why I got shut out, why it costs so much money, I figured out new governance rules to give it and how to prioritize what is a good ROI, what is a good task to give it. And it's like, don't talk to me about your thoughts. Talk to ChatGPT about your thoughts. Get your thoughts put together. You tell me what to do. That's it. Say, execute this, boom, go.
Yeah.
The API keys are the reason why you have to keep restarting and messing with stuff. Because if you say, oh, I do Anthropic and you can use X, Y, and Z on there, and you hit a limit and you get locked out,
Yep.
you didn't tell it, oh, by the way, use this as a backup. If you're getting to the limit here, before it gets to the limit and I get locked out, switch to OpenAI.
Yeah. I did that a while ago. It definitely helps a lot.
So OpenRouter is like a broker. OpenRouter uses every single one known to man. You can choose which ones you want to use. You get one API key. You pay one bill. You could say, I'm willing to do $1,000 a month, and here's how I would like to prioritize them. And the rule is only use this API key. In these orders, you're going to use these things, and don't ever let me get shut down.
Interesting. And is that just for AI models, or is that for apps too, like Asana and all that stuff?
Good question. I didn't get that far because it was like 2:30 a.m.
Like AI models? I'll check that out,
Yes.
dude. That's pretty sweet. Isn't it cool? Like we were saying a few weeks ago, with all this new stuff, there's like solutions popping up to problems we didn't know existed, and people are already making money on. Dude, I just went through my Instagram DMs. I never do this. I always just look at like what we're sending funny stuff.
Yeah.
And I went to my requests. I haven't looked at that in forever. And there's like 50 people, real people. Some of them are like verified accounts. Not saying that's something crazy, but that all hit me up asking for meetings to discuss OpenClaw.
And then I had that though.
No,
it's too dangerous because we're still workshopping.
And then I had someone that found my booking link for a discovery call,
probably with their OpenClaw
for like franchise marketing, to meet with me so we can talk about what we do at Fifth Element. And I was like, what brand are you a part of? And I reached out to him and he was like, oh, I'm not a part of a brand. Anyway, this guy booked.
So you did a call with him?
No, I didn't do the call. I actually forgot about it and I kind of feel bad. But also, it's like, I don't know what I'd tell the guy.
I would say I can't give you advice on this. We're not
full blown though. I between TikTok, Instagram, and email, I've had at least 500 people reach out and ask if I could meet with them. A large amount of them asking if they could pay me to help them set theirs up, pay me to give them ideas and do consulting for their AI use and all this. And I'm like, that's crazy. We should turn into the idea guys.
I am legitimately closely paying attention to how I'm coming up with this stuff because I think the value that can be sold in an AI future is the ideas.
It's all the ideas.
But not just like, oh, I have an idea, make it do this, but what the prompt would be, what information you would have to give with the prompt.
There's prompt engineers.
Yeah.
There's these people that are getting paid now. They were doing this a while ago. They were called like prompt engineers, getting like 10, 20K a month to do crazy. Because if you can work it the right way and you're persistent, it is so powerful. You know, maybe we spin off a new segment where we like still do our Thursday, whatever we want to talk about, but we do like a packed 20-minute segment of just like
a little catch up on what we're doing. By the way, it's not prompt anymore. It's intent.
I intend to drink this.
For real. And it's like a prompt is like, do this thing. But giving it intent is yes, there's a prompt,
it's like, but you're giving it direction.
You're giving it an end goal. Like a prompt is do specifically this repeatable thing. For OpenAI or for OpenClaw, you want to give it intent with guardrails and rules and governance.
Yeah.
ChatGPT, Grok, all those LLMs. That's a prompt. Do this every time I do that. OpenClaw is intent. It's like we talked about it. You kind of have to work backwards.
And you're like giving it a direction. You're not just giving it like a
it makes sense. Reducing the width of it too. Like if you have an agent. Also, I heard that they operate the best with like a maximum of 10 agents. Otherwise, it's too much.
Yeah.
So like 7 to 10 is the sweet spot, and each one should have a focused purpose and intent and minimal tools. So you go, this agent does social media, whatever. Yeah. Your job is I want my YouTube channel to go ape shit. That's your job. I'm going to give you this tool, this tool, this tool. and your job is to be a master at posting, engaging, or whatever the intent is, and you let that one just operate and run, and then you could have another one for something specific.
That's kind of how I have it set up in my
it
Discord, because, and I noticed if you give like, there's no, like, you got to keep the focus, but at the same time, there's no point in being like, you're my LinkedIn AI agent, you're my YouTube AI. It's like, no, make a CMO agent that like masters everything, because
that's what I have.
You'll just, it just gets too much. And man, the collecting and organizing thoughts is such a powerful thing that people need to know about, because it just hit me like a truck last night. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even get to the one thing I want to do, because then in the middle of this thing, I think of 10 other things. It's like,
the thing.
I need
many doors.
I need to keep myself organized. I need to organize all my thoughts outside where it doesn't cost.
Every time there's a new tool innovation, whether it was a chisel or a wheel or a calculator, the doors it opens is insane. So like, think about literally just the wheel. There's no wheel, and people are carrying a few items at once. Then there's a wheel. Now you've got people going, holy shit, what if there was 2 of these and you balanced and you did this? Or what if there was 4? Now you can move exponentially more weight than before with the same person, the same strength.
What if we used the wheel and put a rope through it and made a pulley?
Right. So the wheel spawned the ability for you to have ideas because the tool existed.
Yeah.
Now with this, I have this just flood of ideas, because you go,
it's like Wheel Pro.
I no longer have to worry about finding a person to be good at this thing, spending my time worrying about finding this person who's good at this thing. I can skip all of that, because that's a task I need to learn how to hire and vet to get the one thing. Forget all that now. Anything that can be done on a computer, now it's a matter of, I don't need to know how to hire that. I need to know how to do that.
Yeah.
And I can take my thoughts about that thing, put them in AI, and have it figure out how to tell the other AI to do this for me. Now it's just ideas and then brainstorming and stress testing it before you kick it off. But like, the tool means you can basically do anything digitally. So I'm like, oh my God, I could do this. I could do this. I could do this every day, probably 10 times a day. I'm like, holy shit, I could do this.
Yeah. And
I start doing it. I'm like, you got to focus.
I know.
Stay on the one
it gives
thing.
you freaking.
Write your list, but like, stay on the one thing.
You're like a schizo with all these voices and ideas.
I feel like a drug addict.
Yes.
Messing with it.
No, that's exactly.
I'm like, I have to stop.
Yeah.
But it's working.
Yeah. No, it is working.
It's not even spinning your wheels. It's
working. Active, real return rapidly. So the people that aren't finding it, it's like, audit your ideas, homie.
I mean, just this alone. This is like, how can I have one place? I'm like, build me an app that like gives me a brief 1-page CEO look at my business and the things that matter the most. It's fires. It's unfortunately has to be all problematic stuff, like who's overdue, who do I owe, who owes me, what are the margins on the jobs.
Is that
AR aging
real time from
QuickBooks?
Yes.
Yes. This is every 5 minutes. Yeah. Every 5 minutes this does this.
That's awesome.
And scheduling, and this is linked to Asana too. So if someone puts in a delay, or if a schedule gets off track and somebody puts that in Asana, it's going to alert me here.
How's the team doing with Asana? They got to be
pretty
even
good.
More good
for the amount of info that I gave them. Yeah, it's pretty good. But what's funny is Asana has an entire like folder tree of use cases and SOPs. And remember I told you, I'm like, I personally don't learn, like if somebody goes, all right, today we're going to do an 8-hour workshop about how we're using the new system. I'm like, no, I learn with when does that specific SOP or thing apply to me?
We'll just get like hands-on jumping into it.
Yeah, so I just created a custom GPT. I gave it a prompt and I gave it every single document in the folder tree about Asana. And I told them, we're going to start focus only on, you need to do your daily expense reports and your daily reports. I've automated them to go from that project into the appropriate project based on your name. So the only thing you really need to pay attention to, 3 things: daily expenses, daily reports, and the naming protocol. There's a there's a custom GPT for naming protocols. It has all of the protocols, and all they have to do is go in there and say, I have to report this. How do I do it? And it will give you a copy and paste. And then you put it in those 2 areas, and those 2 areas automate into the proper project, and it like flows into job costing sheets, a micro tracker that is for stuff that was overlooked that wasn't put in a contract. That alerts my CEO dashboard. That alerts my Kingstead Contract and Command Center that I'm looking at. There was a made-up app in like 13 seconds.
Goes into my freaking Decepticon.
I gave it access to my entire brand book. Like, dude, it's crazy.
Goes straight into my freaking Autobots pocket watch.
All that said, I have way less fear about AI taking people's jobs because
it's a tool.
You have to be so thorough and well thought out. You have to put
right now,
so much. Yes, right now, but think about it. Thoughtless people will get their hands on this and they will be able to do some things.
Yeah.
But what are they going to do? Buy my tickets, get my food here faster.
Yeah.
I want In-N-Out at a discount. Like,
I got to tell you my new In-N-Out order.
They're not going to be putting together businesses that operate because you have to know how the business operates to prompt it.
Before we get out of here, I got to tell you my new In-N-Out order.
New In-N-Out order?
Yeah.
All right, let it rip. I got like 12.
Right now?
Orders, yeah.
All right, because I know we were locked in. I wasn't trying to cut you off.
No, you're good.
But I'm really excited about
my
it.
My brain's freaking tired. From
also, the whiskey's.
You're right there in that Kapui state.
Yeah, I feel good right now. Okay, you want to hear the new order?
Yeah, should we invite the family to this before you get into it? They're gonna get mad.
Nah, I left my phone in the car. Ready?
Yeah.
Flying Dutchman, grilled onion wrapped.
Yep.
You got that in your head locked?
Mm-hmm.
Just on its own. You know, grilled onion wrapped, Flying Dutchman.
Yep.
Animal fries.
It's called a Flying Unchman.
Yeah, that's what And I'm always like, can I get a Flying Unchman? They're like, huh? And I'm like, Flying Dutchman onion wrap. Don't you guys update your menu? Come on. Like, I thought I came up with it. And I was like, if I came up with it, they got to know. People got to be calling the Flying Unchman.
Yeah. How's it not?
Flying Unchman on the side. One order of animal fries. And then a side of chopped chilies.
You're putting bovine on the fries, dog.
And then I get a few sides of spread. And here's what I do. I come home.
Oh, and you make a salad?
Yes. I come home and I put the animal fries in a bowl upside down. Then I put the Flying Unchman wrap on top of the animal fries. Then I take a fork and a knife and I chop it up like carne asada fries. I chop it all up. Then I put chopped chilies all over it and I drizzle some animal sauce, spread, and holy shit, Batman. Dude, it is good. It's my new thing. I don't even get a burger because it's already so much right there. No, I definitely get a burger with it. But it's really good. You got to try it, dude. It's been my go-to.
A true one.
That's a really good Unchman. I'm not going to lie. You got to show them because that looks exactly like how the onions look. Like the layered onions on top.
With some cheese.
Yeah. But I put it in the bowl and I cut it up. So it's like scoopable with a spoon. And then
Couple questions.
Okay, hit. Also, I'm a big chopped chili fan. Never tried them until like a month ago.
Oh my gosh.
Which is crazy. So now
my buddy Jake Justice
chili
told me about it. I didn't even know that was a thing. And I was like.
Also, something I get on my burgers. I'm really
ago,
big onion fan. I go grilled onions and chopped onions.
More
raw
food
chopped.
for the same money.
Yeah. I used to do grilled onions and raw, like normal. Now I go raw chopped.
All right, so
chopped chilies.
A couple of questions, then I'll tell you my number one order and a couple other ones.
That's just a new side order.
Why are you doing that? Is it because it's healthier?
No.
Okay. I wanted to check that box.
No.
That sounded idiotic if it was.
One day
It's just fun and delicious?
Yes. One day I decided I really like Flying Unchmans.
How can I get more calories?
But I also really like animal fries. And then what I was doing was I was like, the animal fries aren't loaded enough. And I put a piece of the Unchman in the fry, and I was like,
okay, so you can tell
this is like carne asada
on
fries.
your burger whole grilled onions.
Yes.
Which is essentially an Unchman in a double.
It's just an Unchman between buns with lettuce and all.
Right.
Yeah.
It's an Unchman burger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My classic go-to currently would be
Unchman only on the bottom.
First of all, I always get two burgers. I never get one. Never. Never, ever get one.
Oh, I love it right now.
That is why I am the way I am. Two, the order is double, grilled onions, raw onions, no tomatoes. Fuck that.
No, tomatoes are...
Extra, say extra chopped chilies, because they always put like 4 on it.
Yeah,
extra chopped chilies, and wait for it, extra toasted buns.
Oh, I didn't even think about that one. I don't even
8 sides of spread, dog.
Yeah, I always ask for 6 sides of spread specifically.
And you know how to do it with. Oh, this is funny.
Well, I went to the window once.
Pro
and I was
fat
like,
guy tip.
Could I have some spread? And they're like, how many?
And they put you on the spot.
And you're like, oh, and people always, no. I roll up and I say, I want 6 sides of spread.
So I
6
figured
has
something
been
out,
my sweet
and this works. You can go up there in a joking way, and they go, "Can I get some spread? How many do you want? 8, 12, or 100? Dealer's choice." It just took away the fact that you're being a fat boy, and they go in the middle.
Yeah,
they give you 8 spread.
I always just
and you didn't have to say it.
6, like hard.
I don't
look
have.
at them
I,
like
don't, I
this.
don't have it in me.
I literally
don't have it in me.
I pull up to
just
the window.
Honestly, say, me personally, I need 6 for my meal.
No, I pull up to the window, and they're like, "Here's your food," and they're like, "Ketchup, sides, or anything?" And I go,
"Oh yeah."
I would like 6 sides of spread.
Okay. Do you do that when you just go buy your own food by yourself?
I fucking own it, dude.
Even if you only have one drink?
Yes.
Yes.
But it does help that most of the time I'm with Morgan. But yes, dude.
I go,
give me the spread.
Ultimate fat guy sometimes.
And what happens is
order
I usually
2 drinks purposely just so they think there's 2 people.
Last time we went,
I'm embarrassed.
We went.
I want 4 fries and 4 burgers.
We went last week and we were getting. Okay, when we went, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna be extra fat. I'll be a little fat. So I did the fries, the Dutchman, and all that, but I didn't get it was just that.
It's low carb.
Yeah, I was like, let's see if I could be a little bit better today. So I just did that, and when I did just that, I didn't get a drink because I was just doing that. But Morgan got her meal, so we got her drink, and I looked at the menu and I was like, your drinks go to extra large? And then I was like, oh, Dad used to get extra large root. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, we'll take an XL root beer and a side vanilla shake. That root beer lasted till freaking March, homie.
Well, it's a liter and a half.
It's a lot of beer. That's a lot of root. But I'll tell you what, the XL root beer with the normal size vanilla shake hits just right.
You ever mix
with
them?
some salty fries? Yeah, you go. Mm-hmm. I don't like literally mix them, but you go root beer.
All right, so
shake,
I have a healthy order too,
shake.
or the healthiest you could be there.
Yeah, a little protein style.
I go polar opposite. Yeah, but I won't even get spread.
Mustard fry.
Yeah, mustard grilled patties. I do a 3x2, 3 meats, 2 cheese.
Yeah.
Whole onions.
Yep.
Grilled onions.
Yep.
No spread.
Yep.
Mustard, chopped chilies, and an extra large iced tea. And it's not that bad, and it's freaking delicious still.
If I'm going lean, because I have done this. Whoops. If I'm going lean, I go lettuce wrap. I'll do like a 3x2. Usually 3. Go 3x2. And then I go raw onions, pickles, no tomato, because that's crazy.
Tomatoes suck.
I will do the mustard fry, and I'll get like 2 of those. And then I just rough it
If I do 2, I go no cheese. I just do 3 meats.
But lately I'm like, why am I going to In-N-Out trying to be healthy? No.
It's still good.
It is still
I
good.
genuinely still like it.
Do you remember when we went to do you remember when we went to the San Clemente the salon?
Yes.
To fix it above the AAA and it busted on. We went to In-N-Out and we both got 3 3x3s.
Yes, sir.
But they were protein style, but we both hammered 9 patties in. I'll tell you what.
They're only an 1/8 pound.
Probably wasn't even full after. And then we went to Lowe's and fixed shit like
one time I was trying to see how many burgers I could eat. I think I could do 4, but I got embarrassed after 3. I did 3 doubles and 2 fries. It was at I think it was at the whiskey party at my old house, remember?
Dude.
And I gave someone like $200 and
you know
said,
what?
just go buy the menu.
Why are we not getting In-N-Out at 1 a.m. during poker during whiskey? Because like lately,
I've really been wanting to see if we not because
you know what?
I want to get the In-N-Out truck.
Because freaking Uncle Brian's cheaping out, and we always run out of sausage.
The In-N-Out truck
I'm just
is
kidding, Brian.
Last time I looked into it, and it's probably more now.
Oh, that's like a wedding, dude.
It's $2,500
well,
minimum.
You
get an absurd amount of food with it, but there's a minimum person order. They will still come. You can say I only have 6 people, but we'll pay. They'll still come.
Yeah,
but it is a minimum of $2,500, or it was like 5 years ago. So
well,
it's probably 3,000.
We are within reasonable vicinity of In-N-Out.
That's
so
that's an Uber ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should just go in our seats.
Well, the problem is
just send someone.
You have to send somebody because if you have to leave during that, it's
gonna fizzle out. Yeah. Plus,
and that's a long wait.
End up at Pachanga.
You know how many times I've Ubered to that one, just one eye open.
Okay,
And
so
and then I look at them. Watch, I go like this after I order 8 burgers for just me, and then I go 12 spreads.
Ay. Life is good. Whiskey.
Nothing better than a whole spread packet every time you take a bite.
Yes. Yes. Especially on those French fries. Ever since Morgan got pregnant for the first time, now when we go, we get an extra side of fries. So Morgan gets her whole meal plus an extra side of fries.
I only
get
eat fries
my
if
whole
I'm
meal
eating
and an
inside.
extra
I don't get
fries.
them if I'm not eating inside.
It's hard to eat fries in the car.
Well, no, it's because if they cooled, you got about 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah. No. It's like you're eating them right there.
Yeah.
You're eating them right there. Landeros tonight?
Is that where we're going?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
Ladies
love
want
Landeros.
margaritas. I've never been.
Oh,
Is it bust down?
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Am I dressed appropriately?
Yeah, it's just a
Normal?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in shorts and a tee.
No, it's good.
With
What time do they say?
7:30. We got time. Dude, we are so back. We are so back.
My brain is cooked. I seriously have brain fatigue. I've been working so much.
Your
for
frequency's
so
too
long.
high. That's what happens in marketing. Your ad frequency gets too high. It means your ad creatives are fatigued.
It's just that like I'm doing real work and also simultaneously like trying to build something that will make my real work easier
Yeah. Hey,
without letting one or the other.
you know what though? Shit adds up, homie.
Damn, dude, shit adds up.
I think you work way harder than me. I think you just work way too hard. You work harder. You got more trucks.
I do have more trucks.
You freaking don't. You didn't get the concert for everybody. You're so selfish.
What's funny is even if there was a conversation about like, hey, we all want to go at the same time. We'll Venmo you. Just get all the
It
tickets.
can't happen.
You can't. You're only allowed to buy 4.
Yeah.
You're only allowed to buy 4, and that's not a new thing. That's not unique or specific to that thing.
Do you think Morgan Wallen lets you buy 12 seats at his concert at once in a row?
You can't, dude. You can only buy 4.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I don't even think you can get
Everyone's
12
taking
seats.
out their anger for not going or having the stones to take a morning off to book it.
I don't think you can get 12 seats in a row at a Chaparral High School football game.
Also, they probably would have got on and been like, fucking how much? Bye.
That was a lot. Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. But like, I don't know, dude. You gotta do what you gotta do, you know.
I don't splurge.
You don't
I
like-
don't do anything.
Neither do I, dude.
I don't
Morgan and I
spend money.
don't. We literally don't do anything.
Nothing
Any
ever.
single thing ever. Ever.
People are like, you're talking about booking Hawaii, going to Metallica,
But
and now
but
Landeros.
we're also
for
being
real.
dead serious. All I do is maybe go out to dinner.
We don't even do that.
Morgan and I just looked through. No, we don't go out to dinner either ever since having the baby. Literally, Thursday nights we go out to dinner. And then on the weekends,
Okay,
I
let's back up a
accidentally
little bit.
spend money because
Do we
I
though?
need-
Because this will only be the second time we do that. So just
Yeah.
for reference,
No.
hopefully we keep doing that. And I think it's a good idea.
Oh.
But this will be the second time we've gone out to dinner after.
If you
this.
look through my Rocket Money and see what all my money was spent on, it's
I
like,
hate what people think.
it's Facebook ads, payroll, API tokens to Anthropic, Costco, gas,
Guff
and-
wife,
and
Guff.
Guff. Freaking Guff, dude! I have been whipping up meals. You've been
Not
seeing
chill.
those?
Yeah,
Not chill.
not chill.
Come home and I'm pissed.
That is not okay.
And then I'm like,
it's
I'm over here, cook until 9 p.m. Could have been ready for me at 6.
That's good and bad.
Am I wrong?
I get
I'm kidding.
the food is nailed. I don't get guff like that. But also,
There's no guff. Every
in
time
the
I
f-
send
the
it to you, it's a
first,
joke. There's
24 months of first baby,
no guff. Oh, dude. I'm
you just
worthless.
need to have a lot of grace because
Yeah.
they are the moms, first time moms especially, they get really messed up, like hormonally, and it is not their choice.
Dude, yeah.
There's like real depression. There's like you just got the idea of having kids sounds so good to people, and it is so good. But
It's a
the
lot- I think it's a
level,
lot
the
easier on
level
guy.
of the term ball and chain, like you have no idea until you're there.
Yeah.
Especially for the mom, because there's something about The job's not that hard. That's true. All the
But
people
it's
are like, the job. Yeah, it's because it's
what's that?
It's now and
what's
forever.
That torture method where they drop
Yeah.
the water on your forehead slowly.
China.
What's it called?
I don't know. Chinese.
You know what I'm talking about, though?
Water torture. Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I
like
thought it was.
one drip every
Yeah.
10 seconds. That's basically. being
Well, there's
a
no
mom.
turning it off. So the part that people miss is
Yeah, I'm.
like you don't even if you have a mother-in-law that would actually come and take your baby, or a babysitter, or somebody you trust. Like, let's assume you have that, because that's a big pill to swallow, letting someone watch your baby. But say you do and you're comfortable. You don't check out like you used to check out. When you used to go out to dinner or go to a movie or go to a thing, you check out. You don't when you're a mom.
Yeah.
And I know this firsthand because I was a mom and a dad for a minute there. You don't like once you're like, oh, I am your everything.
That's funny.
And you're a lot like I keep you alive, and I care about you like I can care about you.
Yeah.
There is no longer any. You don't shut that off. It's forever.
Yep.
So when you go out, you're just thinking like, are they okay? Is my mom okay? Is the babysitter okay? Do they know about this? Do they know how to handle that? What about CPR? Like, there's just all these racing thoughts that could happen. There is no checking out. You don't go on vacation without worrying about your kids without your kids. You don't go out to dinner without worrying about your kids without your kids. And it's relentless.
Yeah.
And I don't think that it will shut off even when they're 40. I think you just don't realize how tight.
Yeah,
down
no,
you
I don't
just
think so,
became.
because if you look at mom, we're all grown men, and she still has
Yeah, you're going to worry.
a lot of worries, you know?
You can't explain the connection you have.
Dad
or the
said
care
something
you have.
about like when your kids get older, it's like you're not worried about the little stuff, but now you know if something bad does happen, it's really bad, because having problems when you're an adult is so far more severe than having tiffs and problems when you're a kid.
For sure.
So he was like, no, it's actually kind of worse, because now when you go to worry about your kid, you're like, it's like way worry. It's like addiction, divorce.
And
like
they can't
all this,
do anything about it.
Yeah, and then you really can't do anything. Whereas like you can kiss a boo-boo when they're tiny. No, I'm blown away at, I'm constantly blown away at Morgan, because I think about that, where she's a freaking champ, dude. She takes such good care of
They can't.
him.
You can't even. They can't even.
Like,
sleep
I can't
the
even.
same.
No, she doesn't sleep. She's amazing. And every morning I say bye to her, she's asleep still. I'll just tap her shoulder, wake her up, and be like, I'm leaving. Give her a kiss and go to leave. Right the second her eyes open, it's immediately on the monitor.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately. Every single day. She's a freaking beast, dude.
It's like your love capacity goes through the roof.
Yeah.
But your worry capacity goes through the roof too.
Yeah.
And your
definitely,
awareness is through the roof. You just gain this immense stress.
They're definitely like
That's called
different.
care.
They're just a completely different human, and it's so when I see couples that like get married and then don't have kids for like 10 years and like enjoying their marriage or something, I'm like, I'm not saying I'm envious of that by any means, but it's just so interesting, because I'm like,
No, I don't envy that.
I don't envy it at all, because it's so weird.
You're
So I'm like, we
you're
got
missing out
married
on life's purpose.
dude, so much. Yeah, because we got married and she was pregnant next month. Like, it was immediate.
Yeah.
And I always tell myself that. I'm like, yeah, stuff's so hard, but I'm like, man, what a good story. Like, we always hear like Chuck and Noreen talking about the good old days when they first had all their kids, and like, man, they talk about their struggles and they like laugh like, oh my God, do you remember this? Do you remember? And I'm always like, dude,
Jackie's the oldest?
Yeah. And I'm always like, dude, we are literally in the good old days right now, where we don't have a yard. All of our walls are butt white because it's a brand new house. We freaking are barely making stuff here, barely making a payment here, grinding through this. Business is rickety and getting started. Like, we're in the good old days right now, where we'll look back when we're older and be like, man, isn't that crazy? Like,
yeah.
Or like, I remember seeing photos of when I was a little kid, when I was brand new baby, mom and dad in the house. They're in the house they're in now, but it was brand new. So there's like nothing hung on the walls. It's all white. Furniture's ugly and bare. The house is empty. And I'm like, dude, that's us right now.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to look back on this
Yep.
and be like, oh my God.
And to make it even more fun as a thought experiment is you view your parents or anybody older than you as they have it together, or you just you view it in some different way, but you can now stop and go, pause, let me go back to them. They felt the exact same way you do.
That's something
they
I
were
do
in the
all
exact
the time.
same spot you were, and you're like, oh my God, we're all just these like kids who had to start pretending to be adults at some point.
Yeah, I think about mom and dad having 3 kids, and we're not there yet, but we want to have kids rapidly back to back and want to get the next one
You
already.
would.
And I'm like,
shit adds up, dude.
and I'm like, oh my gosh, this must be how dad feels, because every day I just feel like I'm improvising, but then there's these moments where I'm like, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. It's like the Truman Show when you pull back the veil, when you're like talking to someone super high up at work or whatever, and you like see the crack of humanity in them where you're like, nah, you don't really know what you're doing either. And it's this like reassuring thing of like, no one knows what they're doing.
Nobody knows.
Like, nobody knows.
I think society now has this
knows.
idea that, well, we're not ready because we don't have this, and I need
Our
to have
birth
more
rate's
money.
collapsing.
I know.
RFK just said it. Did you hear that? Did you
I've
listen to the
known
pod?
that. Elon Musk said that like years ago.
Yeah, it's low. I know it's kind of a change of topic, but it's down to 1.7
Yeah, that means
kids per
end of
couple.
humanity.
Yeah, it's end of America.
Yeah.
And he's like, and the problem right now is the big argument is like, all right, well, if we're not going to replace population by having more kids, we can replace with immigrants, which that's a whole nother, say what you want about that, but it is a bummer that it's going away. But one of the things they did,
that can change in one generation.
Yes.
If everybody
This
gets
is
their
another-
fucking head out of their ass.
this is a whole nother. So, dude, did you listen to the podcast with him and
No.
Trump? Or not
No, dude,
Trump,
I've been
him and
building
Jordan?
freaking AI.
Okay. Well, I've been driving to work. I listen to it on my way to work.
I try not to
you should listen
to other people's problems anymore.
You should listen to Rogan, RFK, because
Who?
Joe Rogan and RFK.
I'm just kidding.
The whole podcast is just solutions. It was actually, dude, I learned so much. I learned so much that I did that thing
I don't
where
think it's quite as grim as we think, because
Well, listen.
your generation is quite different than, say, Lauren's generation in a good way.
Well, the people that are tanking it and ruining it are millennials, because there's a lot of career men and women, and it's a stat. It's an unfortunate stat that the more professional women get and the more career oriented women get, the less family oriented they are.
You can call it like it is. I don't think anybody cares.
And it's like these power ladies that want to go full into their career, never have kids, or they want to go have kids and it's too late.
This is another thing that AI is going to fix.
And one of the things RFK was talking about was like, and then he pulled out this crazy stat. There's this extremely high amount of women that said if they could have more kids, they wish they would. And one of the limiting factors was the cost of IVF. And I don't know all the hard numbers and stuff, but you know the whole Trump RX thing, now how he started. Okay. You should listen to the pod. There's all these really great changes
I don't have time.
Gerald, there's a bomb in the car. There's all
Thought your
these,
throat coming in your throat was going to be slashed.
sure. Dude, freaking love that. Anyway,
That's all out.
They lowered the cost of IVF from like thousands and thousands of dollars to like
It's sad that that's
to like,
even needed.
to like $600,
Yeah.
which is amazing, dude.
We got all these little rink-a-dink little...
Our neighbor has challenges, and
The goddamn food supply, dude.
It is, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the other half. The whole pod is about the glyphosate. Quick fact, ready? 90% of U.S. crops are sprayed with glyphosate, and they're dependent upon it. Guess who controls 99%
BlackRock.
of the glyphosate?
Bill Gates.
No,
I don't know. China.
China. Do you know what that means?
They're trying to kill us, and it's
No,
working.
that means
I don't know.
that if they decided to cut off our glyphosate supply, the entire American food supply
Would get better.
is gone immediately.
Okay, and
So what
and
they
if-
did
and if
was,
we
dude,
wanted
they
to wipe-
invented this freaking sick machine that drives over the crops, and instead of spraying it with glyphosate, it uses NVIDIA graphics cards and processors, and sees all the bugs and the weeds on the crops and immediately shoots it with a laser. It's already, people are buying it. Dude, I learned so much. You got to listen to the podcast. It's really crazy cool.
I will, but what does that do for me? I don't care.
What it does for you is your food that you're eating is
No.
now real.
Listening to
There's no pesticide.
Someone's out there fighting the good fight. good. I
All
don't
right.
need to know about it.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm not saying don't tell me about it. I'm saying
No,
this
I
is
know.
what- I just got to a place now where, man, I've gone down all the rabbit holes, and you could get so fired up when you learn about what's been happening and what people are doing and the birth rates and all this stuff. And really, it's just like love your neighbor, go outside, things are good.
dude, my neighbors
Bang
are
your wife, get her pregnant,
Yes.
have kids.
Yeah, it is.
You're missing out on life's purpose. If you don't have kids, you're missing out. And I don't understand why people don't do it. I know that I was slipping away for a little while, and it wasn't for the lack of want. Oddly enough, the reason why I was like, this is when we were at two things. Dad said something to me, and then we were at Grandpapa's funeral. And I think I've told you this before. I was 27 or 28, no kids, sitting in the church for his funeral.
That's crazy how long ago that was.
Sitting in the church at his funeral, and we're up in the front because we're like the OGs. And I look back, and there's just the whole church is filled with people. And in an instant, I'm like, my church is fucking empty right now. Mm-hmm. It's empty because I saw all of this come together in my head, and I'm like, he's got all these people because he had all these kids, and they all had kids, and they all had kids, and they had friends, and there's just all these people. And if you decide not to do that, you're empty and alone when you're older. End of story. And then who I was pre-kid to who I am now is wildly different. The amount of drive and purpose you get, you're not living for you anymore.
No.
You're not living for the weekend anymore.
No.
I had these goggles on that just saw, what is today? It's Tuesday or it's Wednesday or it's Thursday. And I'm seeing Friday night.
You're just trying to get through
I'm
the
seeing
way.
Friday night. What can we do? Do I have a couple $100 for Friday night? You have a kid now, and I'm like, why am I hanging out with these fucking dirtbags?
Yeah.
These people these people don't do anything for me. And
Yep.
would I want that person around my baby or holding my baby? Get out of here.
Yep.
And then I start thinking, I need to secure a future. Like, I need to think long term. I need to take care of them. I have to have like a nest egg. We have to be able to last. And your decisions get better. You quickly eliminate all the fog and BS and people, and start seeing longer and planning longer. And now I have to make money right now for after I'm dead.
Yep.
I was just making money for Friday night before.
Yeah, you got to
now
make
I have
money
to make
for
money
40 years from now.
Yeah, for
80
long
years.
after I'm gone.
Yeah.
And I just think and then besides that, I was just a douche, and I was like,
It
more
makes you-
ego and the amount of like we all have these like bugaboos with like being loving and saying nice things. All of that was gone. One daughter, one baby girl.
Yep.
Just it made my heart capacity get
having-
so much bigger, and then it trickled down because I'm like, wait, like I don't want to hug my dad. I don't want to say I love you to my brothers or like that's all weird and gross. Like ugh, get off.
Yeah.
But then you could immediately do that with your kid. It's so easy.
Yep.
And then everything else, you're like, why don't I tell my mom I love her? Why don't I give this guy a hug? Like,
Yeah.
Everything just improved. And
You join.
the life's purpose is just so much more grand if you have kids. Also, by the way,
Dude, so much more.
humanity just stops if you don't have kids.
Literally.
Like, what are we doing?
Literally.
If you don't have kids,
Yeah, you're selfish.
you're not contributing.
You're
to-
selfish.
to
There's way too many excuses.
and you're never
Honestly,
going to be
dude,
ready.
You're
ready.
ready.
You don't get ready for the thing. The thing makes you what appears to be ready.
Yes. Well, the thing, like you conform to the thing, aka the child. Like
Yeah, you do the
there's
thing.
people with kids in all tax brackets. There's people with kids in all countries around the world.
just killing it too.
Yeah, there's people with kids. There's people with 10 kids that make 1/10 of what we make. There's people with kids. It's just a horrible excuse, and I don't know. You're kind of like a coward, and you're selfish to, like, whatever. I guess there's these oddballs here and there that don't want to have kids, but like at scale, saying you don't.
There's exceptions to every rule, but yes,
Yeah.
at scale, I think it's dumb.
And there's the people that are like, but you're okay. Yes, I get if you have a kid, you can't be in the club every single night. Like if that's what you value, it's just shallow
Unfortunately,
and
it's one of
gonna
those
run
things
out.
too where you just,
But-
you don't know until you do it. When you go like, oh my god, I get it. I see the love and like
Yeah.
the purpose and the joy. Like your life is unlocked by 2% without a family,
Yes.
and then you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, there's so much more to life because, yeah, dude, it's way different. We've
One of
only
the-
had our baby for 10 months and I've already gone through the most ultimate self-development program. And then I think to myself, oh, camera went out. Damn, we just got started. Like, this is one. We want to have like 4 or 5, and this is one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, how much more growth is there to come, and love is there to come, and there's just so much that comes with it. And yeah, I think you're a freaking weenie. Whatever, I get if you don't want to have a kid when you're like 18. Like, I'm not saying that, but like the people that are holding back,
I could argue that.
People that are holding back.
I wish I started earlier.
I am so like, okay, I'm very hard on myself. Getting serious here. I'm very hard on myself, very goal driven. At the same time, I recognized really, really young and really early that if I could have a kid as soon as possible, I would be like the most fulfilled I could ever be. I had all these, yes. So I had the luxury of influence, right? I think that's a big privilege here. And then when Dad died, check mark. We
I was going to do that earlier
for the call.
When you said Dad, I was like, he's dead.
when Dad died, I was like, this is the opportunity right now.
What the fuck?
And what?
How do we not have a picture of him in here?
Right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I know, that'd be funny. This fella, dude, freaking dope ass homie. When he passed away, I was like, none of this mattered. The whole week we were in the hospital, I was like, the whole week, all I was thinking about was like people and love and memories. It wasn't about invoices or emails or work or the car you drove or nothing. And I was like, this is what matters.
Yeah.
I am going to use those other things as tools and vehicles to get there. But this is what matters. And I was just hell bent on, I don't know, say what you want. I think other people think I got lucky. I think I put every single hour of my day into the one thing I wanted.
Preparation meets opportunity.
Exactly. The luck is when preparation meets opportunity. And
there is no luck.
Yeah, and it's like that's all I wanted. And so I raced to get married and have a kid and buy a house. And I'll tell you what, even if we didn't buy a house, that came after the marriage and after she was pregnant. I would have stayed in a shitty rental house.
Yes, because
it wasn't.
You had the pressure applied.
It was
so therefore you do
exactly, and
it doesn't
make
it doesn't
clearer
go
decisions. Like, this is for my family. I'm going to do this. Just like, unfortunately, letting go of half of my team. It was like, I have a kid, and
us or them.
Yeah, it's my family or yours. At the end of the day, I'm sorry. You're going to be okay.
Yeah,
and yeah. Anyway,
or not.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter because it's not even about me. It's about the girls.
The second thing I was going to tell you though, so I had in the church for the funeral. That was the ultimate like. I think it happened like that night or the day after, like within a week.
Yeah, because
I was like, what are we doing? This is stupid. Immediately, I want kids. I want to start now. I don't care. I'll figure it out. And then another. I don't remember which one was before or after. I want to say. Before that, the first one was Dad said, I was talking to him about something, and I kind of had like a victim mentality about like, I keep trying and it's not working, and I want to be like this, and I want to do more, and I see all these people doing more. Well, he was like, you want motivation? I was like, I'm motivated, but I think what he sensed is like, you're being a little baby right now, and you're just fucking explaining what other people have and you don't without figuring out why. And he was like, if you want the reason to figure out how to do better, just have the kid immediately.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even asking him about should I have kids or not. He's like, you need to have a kid. And I was like, wait, what? And at first I'm like, that's some crazy dumb advice.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not making any money at all right now. But I was like, shit. When I thought about it, what he was saying is exactly what I was saying and what we're talking about, which is I don't think he was ready. And I know for a fact Brian was not planned.
No.
And then he immediately turned into
fucking
the head of a household.
Dude. Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not working at the grocery store anymore. I'm starting my own business because I have to.
Yeah.
And he was motivated by having the kid. And then that turned into, I can do this. I can have 5. I don't care.
Yeah.
And he did.
God.
So that, and then the church, I was like, my church is empty. My church is empty. And that scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want, not selfishly, but like, not
I think-
egotistically,
I
but
think
I want my
there's-
church full
I
of
think
people
there's-
that were like, I knew him, he was great, and I love him, and
I think
he was
there's
good to us.
positive selfishness and negative selfishness, like taking care of your health, wanting your church full, and that's one of the things on the list that is like you are rewarded to be selfish in that category. That's something I think Gary Vee said, where it was like, "What's your life goal?" And it was like something along the lines of like, have as many people at my funeral as possible because it means you impacted that many people.
I'm reading a $100 million coach right now, and it's the whole so far. That's exactly what it's about: is how many prominent people.
Yeah.
Not that the point is prominence, but how many prominent people came to this guy's funeral, and it's obviously going to get into whatever the book is about after that, about who this guy was, but this is a big deal. Like, it's not like a braggadocious thing, but how sad is that if your church is empty?
Yep.
What purpose did you serve? And if you want purpose in your life, it can't just be about you. I just don't.
No.
If it's just me and her and we're going on vacations, like, what is that?
No.
You can't. You're not going to be fulfilled. You're going to be unhappy.
You know what it is? It's kind of like lust, because you get lustful when you're like, it's just like lust, like
for the
thing, because you know when you get
the trips and the money and the cars.
because you know when you get like lust, where you're like, oh, I wish you were just still my girlfriend, and for whatever bad reasons. But like, yeah, for eyebrow raise reasons, you're like, oh, I wish she was my girlfriend. You know what I mean? And you're like, that's lust. It's lust. Because you don't judge yourself on those moments.
Bush on the egg.
But yeah, you're like envious of just shallowness.
That stuff's not fulfilling. And so let's take this example. It's like a lust for like the extravagance and me and my girlfriend or my wife or whatever without kids are going to go do these things and buy the car and go on the trips.
It's shallow.
You want to know what's even better? Shallow. You can still do those exact same things with a family.
Yeah.
And you getting to see your kid experience those things that you were able to give or produce for them and enjoy it with them. Doing stuff with friends is one thing, but being able to like watch your kid see and do something for the first time, or like you have the satisfaction that they're not even aware of how good they have it.
Yep.
Because you're doing so good and providing so well. You in the moment know that later they'll notice, but you're like, you have no idea. You have this nice house. You always have this food, and you get to go do dance in the private school and the stuff and the things. Like, it's such a powerful thing to know.
I had so much realization when we had just the past 10 months of when we've had, even when she got pregnant, but since we've had June, this whole time, it's like every week I'm like, oh my God, Mom and Dad this, Chuck and Noreen this. And it's like, oh my God. Like,
we're all the same, man.
Like, you have those days where you feel like you could like almost taste the gun in your mouth. You're like, and then I'm like, oh my God, Dad fucking did this for
Oh my God.
That's a Tony Hinchcliffe thing. He's like, God, I don't know how the joke went, but he was something like, it was Joe Rogan. He was talking about haters online, and he was like, those are people sitting at home all day doing nothing. They fucking know what it tastes like to have a gun in their mouth. But you know, you have those days.
Fuck them if they can't take a joke.
You have those days where your shit adds up, homie. You have those days where you're like, God, this is so hard, and why are you against me, God? But then it's like 2 days later, and you're like, I'll walk on glass for you. I love you guys.
Yeah. You know, I don't ever have the "Why are you against me, God" stuff. I have that on lock. Like okay.
You know, I wouldn't. I don't.
We were talking.
I don't
about
ever think "Why are you against me, God?" But you know what I mean. Just those hard days, because I've gotten so much in my.
You can't backtrack that.
I'm taking it back.
You know, earlier we were talking about there's these like two levels of consciousness, and one's the observer.
Yeah.
Well, I would say 95 to 99%.
Want some? You empty?
Sure.
Dude, that's not on me.
No, I can't mix.
I have to use the restroom. I gotta go pee-pee.
Go ahead.
Okay. This is a good episode. By the way, I think...
Are we ending? Should we end? It's probably time, no?
I think Morgan's gonna come pick us up to take us.
Tight shit. What I was going to say about this, we'll end on this note.
Okay, because I gotta.
95 to 99% of my day, and I'm not exaggerating, fucking sucks. It's hard. It's stressful. I'm like, why? How?
Yeah,
why? How?
I think it's
like,
most guys.
I'm so good at this. Why is this happening? Why am I losing again? Why did I lose more money? Why is this person doing that? Why? Why?
I think that's all of us.
I take
dude.
these, and I'm not negative either, though. Like, I'm just trying to explain. I don't know if it's coming off good, but that happens, and I immediately accept and move on. But it's repetitive. All the time. Bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news. However, this is the job of, that's the position. Everybody else is doing the good stuff. You're only going to deal with the fire, right? Because that's your job. However, the observer, that other person, the higher level of me or consciousness or soul, spirit, whatever we're calling it, I've never said, I wish I wasn't doing this. I want to give up. I want to do something else. I love it. I love the pressure. I love being in the cooker. I love moving. I love growing. I don't choose anything else. I don't wish it was different. I don't think God's out to get me. I don't think I have it bad. I'm super happy and grateful, and I love problem solving, and I love growing. And I don't even remember the purpose of that whole rant I just went on, but I'm not negative. I'm like, I take it, and I'm like, I'll solve it.
Yes.
And it's working.
You have to have this an unlimited willingness to accept, because if you shift perspective into, I don't know, that saying where it's like, I asked God to be strong, so he gave me challenges. It's like, once you recognize that every time you do something hard, it's only making you better. It's almost like, okay,
it's so
I don't have the quote, but my coach gave it to me. It's in my journal. It's like he was like, seek the failures, chase them.
Yeah.
Because if you can get into the mindset of knowing that every time something completely wretched, fucked up happens, it only makes you better. It's like you just bulldoze through them head first. Like, give me them, give me the problems, I want all of this, because I will only be that much stronger for it.
Yeah.
And pressure is a privilege.
I always hear Jocko, good.
Yeah. Yep.
Good.
That's a new kind of culture we have on our team right now. Anytime we're having some, we have the GIF.
Yeah, because you could look at a scenario like you just got screwed and lost a bunch of money in time, and you could go, why is that happening to me? Or you could go, thank God we figured that out right now. Can you imagine if we figured that out in 5 years?
Yeah, and it was 10x.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's my whole perspective right now. I mean, we're not dealing with some pretty stuff right now. It's this different season where we came off a season a couple years ago where I was just
get used
balling.
To it. Get used to it.
And now it's this season of
see if that's going to continue too.
It's the season of man, it's been a year and a half stretch of just freaking mud. But I can see this
and then in 10
pattern
years,
of
when you're doing $100 million in revenue and you're at 20% profit. You're all of a sudden going to be the overnight success.
Yes,
that's what everybody's going to see.
Yeah, and I always
you're
tell
be there,
myself,
you're going to have it.
We have a particularly young team. Our average age on our team is 24, 25. I'm 23, and
keep talking.
We talk about how stressed we could be at times for being young, and I always tell the other guys, I'm like, dude, how privileged are you though to feel panic and stress and anxiety like this at 23, 24, 25. There's some of these guys that don't get to experience this level of pressure till they're 40, and now they're cracking in their careers. And it's like, if you can feel and stomach and push through this now, do you understand how much of a better man, of a better business person,
tools
professional you're going to be? Yes, because all of our guys right now, because it's so lean now, are client facing. They're mixing it up with the brands. They're feeling the pressure of the amount of money that's on the line. It's so, I always tell them, man, this is so good for you, because you can leave at any moment. This is optional. I don't even know what you'd call it, optional pain, because
the same goes for us.
It's making us better every single day. Because if it's not now, it's later. And man, I'd much rather go through these not sleeping, feeling gross, feeling icky, not having the money when I'm 23 than when I'm 43, dude, Also, it's enjoyable to have the perspective. If your life is pretty mundane and level, your highs and lows are just too close to each other. Yeah.
Like, imagine if like everybody's on this plane where it's like, yeah, I'm fine. This is fine.
It's like
if you dip down to here, when you get back up to fine, that might be this person's joy level feeling of up here.
Yeah.
So if you can do that, you get so much more perspective of what's
almost
important and what's joyful.
It's almost, if we're using that analogy too, it's almost like analogy. I just fifth peanut butter mouth there. It's almost like the farther you go in either direction widens your like boundaries on the opposite side. So if you have an extreme low down to here and this is your base, well, it also raised your high to up here. So like your ability to feel goes both ways now. And that's why these lows make your highs so much higher and vice versa. And it's like, yeah, I would much rather feel all of life and not be like blind or seeing life in black and white. And it's like, having kids is one of those things. Owning a business is one of those things that every time you have one of these things, it's wide. You can now see, smell, taste, feel more colors, more things. Like
1,000,000%.
There's all these different.
And you know where wisdom comes from? The frequency of that cycle, the depth, the lows and the highs of that. The lows and the highs and the frequency in which you get them starts building wisdom. And now your level of care, like if you were on a graph, if your level of care followed it. Your care and your chill is going to be like this. Well, that's going like that.
Yes. Yeah. It's like your life can be.
Yep.
And then your freaking
and you go,
dad.
Oh, it's the cycle.
Your dad. And you're like,
fine.
I've been there. I've done this 30 times. And you're just rock
right
solid.
After you got your throat slit and a bunch of arrows in your back, you can still go to Chili's and enjoy a triple dipper.
Yeah. And look at your kid.
That's wisdom.
Yep. I saw this meme on Instagram. It was like, dudes after they got the most soul-crushing, life-altering negative news ever.
Negative news.
And it's like this guy sitting in his car, and the video starts. He's sitting in his car at the driver's seat, and he goes like this. All right. And then just puts the key in. It just goes. Because it's like, what else are you going to do, dude?
That's
fucking
right there,
take it on the chin. Keep on rolling.
You're like, hello.
God, last night I was sitting in our kitchen.
Of course you were.
You know, just normal life stuff.
Chopping up a couple burgers.
And I was Dutchman. I was on Instagram and I was looking at some dudes that I went to high school with that like are doing really good right now. They started like an insurance thing. They're doing pretty well. And I was like, man, that's so cool. And thankfully enough, I do not have a pessimistic, like if I see someone, especially my age, doing well, I'm like, that's sick. Because I've thankfully, I don't know, I'm not in that sour mindset. But then I was like, I wonder what people think, which like, I'm not doing it for the attention, but I was like, man, I wonder what people think of Morgan and I. Because we kind of just fell off the face of the earth, but then you kind of see it's like married, house, kid, business, all the stuff. And I'm like, I wonder what their impression of us is. And then I think about like that guy, Noah, that I was working out with, which like he's a 1 or 2 years older than me, did all the same thing as me on the exact same timeline. And when I was a couple years behind him, I always like thought of him as an idol where I was like, dang, like that is, dude, this guy's crushing it. Like house at 21.
You likely have
and I was
both
like,
ends
dude,
of the spectrum.
I was like so
you have both
positive.
ends of the spectrum out of just brothers.
Yeah. And I'm just like, man, I wonder what's and then I
think you're an idiot.
I think I'm an idiot too.
I'm just kidding.
But I had this 360 moment where I was sitting in our house and I like felt the wall and I was like, this is mine. I bought this. This is so cool. This is so cool. Like, yes, it's hard, but holy shit, we did it.
I think that's important.
It's so cool.
I legitimately still have like an immense imposter syndrome all the time. And I do think that's a superpower. I think gratitude comes from there. I think you should I don't know how frequent, but you should periodically go, wow, what?
You got to stop and
Look
be like,
at this.
dude.
Like, wow, this is mine. I still do that. And then, but on the other hand, you should move on and also say, yeah, of course, because I put in the work. I know what I'm doing. I deserve this.
Yeah.
I should have this. Of course I would have this. I've done X, Y, Z, whatever. But I think both are important. I think you should feel proud. I think you should feel shocked at sometimes, like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah, dude.
This is crazy.
I'm
just a guy and I made up a thing and it's working.
Yes, because I get stuck in the like, we're not growing. We're only making $100K a month. And I'm like, And I get stuck and I'm like, gosh, my life sucks. This is so hard. This is miserable. I don't come home to sweet potato fries. And then I'm
I
like,
thought you said sweet tail for a second.
no, sweet potato fries. But then I'm like, yeah, but you just grilled a Wagyu burger on a grill that you own next to your freaking Raptor on your house that you bought with your kid inside that's laughing and loving the music. And she's like super healthy. And then I'm going to go to my office in the morning that I also got and talk to my clients that I earned over the past. And I'm like, yeah, no, this is pretty cool. You can't get stuck in, look, having gratitude all the time is, you do need to have gratitude all the time. It's you can't get comfortable, but being comfortable and having gratitude is two different things. You do need to remember to have gratitude, but yes, you can't get comfortable because as soon as you get comfortable, that's when you start slipping. And I am definitely not comfortable, and I'm also definitely not having gratitude nearly enough. One of the things I started doing lately is praying in the shower because I do extremely deep thoughts in the shower.
Adam and Steve.
So I started praying in the shower in the morning because, I don't know, it just felt right. I was like, I don't know when else I would do it. It just felt right for me. So now in the morning, I just pray. And some mornings
there's no bad place.
No, some mornings I ask for things. Other mornings I just like say thank you. And I remember Monday of this week, I had a particularly really good day. Still had like horse shit fed to me at work, but I got a ton done. It just felt like a really good day. And I was like, man, why is that such a good day? And then I thought back to Monday morning. I got up at 4 a.m., showered, and then I prayed in the shower. But all I did was say thank you. I just listed every single cool thing I thought in my life that I had. And it was from like stupid stuff like my truck and Chipotle and double chicken to like June and my business and my wife and all this stuff. I just said thank you. I literally didn't ask for a single thing. I was just like, dude, I just want to have a great week. I want to express some gratitude. Like I am so blessed, all this stuff. And then I went and just had an amazing day. And I'm like, I need to have more of that, especially first thing in the morning.
So I'm not going to tell you how to do it, but what I started doing is when I do my morning hikes that are like 34 minutes long. Oh my God. I'm going
to pee my pants.
All right, we can end it. I was just going to say I pray too, and I do it like
That's awesome.
30
Do you do it
minutes
out loud or in your head?
Both.
Yeah.
If I don't want to look like a psycho. So like if people are there, I don't. But when nobody's there and I'm in the hills walking, what the heck, guy? Yeah, I talk directly to God as if he's literally right there.
Yeah.
You know what's a funny one? Before you pee your pants really quick.
Dude, I've had to pee for a minute.
I say, can you give me a little bit of clarity? Like I still have a little bit of an issue on how to address you. I'm like, am I talking to Jesus or God? And I know there's like this Trinity thing. Yeah. We're Catholic, right? I'm like, so I always say Jesus and God because I'm unsure. I'm like, can you give me a little clarity there?
I saw this guy on Instagram.
I always say that, and it's a joke, and he probably laughs.
I saw this guy on Instagram was giving away like how to like prayer tips, and he was like,
I gotta pee.
He was like, why do you gotta be all formal? He's like, just talk to him like he's your homie. And
that's what I do.
He was like,
I love it.
He was like, watch me pray right now. And he was like, dude, bro, homie, come on. And I was like, yeah,
what's funny is
I'm just going to talk
you do
how
that,
I talk.
You get your answers basically channeled through you. You can start working through stuff and you're like, yeah you're right. And you start like, I'm like, oh shit, I just got all my answers and my clarity. But
and I started doing these things where if I ask for something, I go, look, you're going to show me and I'm going to say, nah, that's a coincidence. So I need you to double down and show me it twice.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 times, and then I'll go, oh, yeah.
Look, God, have you heard of AI? Fake news. Come on.
But I'll be like, come on, I need it twice. I need you to give me 2 license plates in a row.
Sometimes I'm like, God, I don't even have a gardener, and I got 3 acres of weeds. My life sucks. And then I'm like, you have 3 acres. God's like, you idiot.
Yeah.
That was all a lie. I have 2.5.
Yeah. I think I probably got like a tenth.
Not even a stitch. I don't know. I'm not bragging, but before earlier when you were talking about perspective, I have thought that I'm like, dude, I haven't developed it. I don't have a pool anymore. And
you will, though.
Dude, you have land, guy.
Yeah.
You know how expensive it is to buy bushes to perimeter your
dude. Trees are like 8
and
Gs.
you could look at that and be like, God damn it! But also you could be like, how lucky are you
Yeah.
to have to buy like 20
Yeah.
trees
No, our problems
Or-
are
160 feet
Yeah.
of shrubs every 2.5 feet to get
Yeah.
some goddamn privacy around here.
freaking guff. I'll keep my problems. And on that note,
Those guys are cool.
let's go to Texas. Thanks for watching.
Buy your own tickets.
Thanks for watching. Hey, started sloppy, turned into a banger. I'm getting a call. Let's answer that.
Let's do it.
Peace.
Okay, bye.